Hi guys, welcome back to Sunderland RTG, episode 26. We are now into April. So if we have a quick look at how last episode went, obviously we started off with a simulator game. A 1-0 defeat against Fulham. I'd say that's probably about right really. Obviously simulations have been terrible for us recently, but Fulham obviously second in the table, so they're a difficult team anyway, I think, to beat. We then followed that up with a 2-0 win against Swansea, good result, and then a 2-1 victory against Middlesbrough. So we started to get a little bit of form, and then we, in our last played game, a 0-0 draw against Huddersfield. Huddersfield obviously down near the bottom, but actually did play really well. So in the end, I think a draw weren't that bad a result really. And then we simulated against Sheff Wednesday. Again, disappointing in the simulations, just a draw. So, but it does mean obviously this episode and the last one. So we will be having obviously three games per episode. So we will be playing all the remaining last 6 games. So today we do have Sheffield United, Blackburn and Aston Villa. So obviously we've got a couple of difficult games and then Blackburn, who are near the bottom, so it should be a bit easier. So if we have a quick look at the league, obviously we are now well behind Forest. In that last, Forest have really pushed on in the last few episodes. Actually now 14 points difference between Millwall and Derby. So Forest looking guaranteed to finish in that 6th place. So we're really just battling now to try and finish 7th. Obviously that's as high as we can really go. So we're 2 points behind Millwall and Derby at the moment. And we've got Bristol City, who's been playing really well recently as well. So they're just 1 point behind us. And then it goes back to Middlesbrough, Leeds, who have dropped off a little bit. So I'd say we're looking between 7th and 10th now. Obviously we've got 6 games left, 6 played games, so we're gonna hope for some good results. We have three of the top teams. So we have Villa, Norwich and Sheffield United. So obviously 3 of the top 5. But then we do have Blackburn, I think it's Fleetwood and Portsmouth, is it, next month? So obviously we've got 3 really the weaker teams as well. So ideally we'd be looking at least 10 points, I would say. We have actually put in a transfer, or we have brought a player, a centre midfield, and it is Drew Yearwood. So Drew Yearwood has signed a contract with us. It's a cheap one as well really. So it only costs 1.1 million. So his value is a 1.3. So we got him for 1.1. And then he's taken a contract to 7,200. So he's actually dropped down from his wages that he's on now at 11 grand. So at Brentford, I think he's only played 7 games this season. I think obviously we lost George Dobson to Brentford, and I think Dobson's obviously took his spot and took a lot of his game time really. So Drew Yearwood would manage to pick him up, and obviously he's 68 rated. I think he'll be, so he's coming in as a rotation, so he'll be more in the backup in the reserve team, but he'll probably play that defensive role instead of Barley Mumba, and then Mumba will be going a little bit further forward. I think Drew Yearwood obviously is a bit bigger, stronger boy, so hopefully he'll do well for us in that role. And also something I didn't, when I had said a couple of episodes ago that I'd sent a lot of contracts out, one thing that I didn't explain about the contracts was, where is it? Archie Jackson. So Archie Jackson, I got him onto a new contract So it's on 9,000 a week now, but he did ask for a release clause, but the release clause is 48 million. So obviously we did say in previous episodes that obviously if some Premiership team came in with the 25 it was at that point, so obviously it's still only rated 14.5 at the moment, but obviously as that increases, obviously at the moment if somebody came in with a 48 million to match his release, then that would be fine, because obviously that's double what we were initially thinking of. So yeah, I just want to make people aware of that. Obviously I don't think anybody's going to be coming in with that, activating that clause at the moment, so that's what we are going to do. So even if somebody does come in with a £25 million bid again, it's going to be, they're going to have to activate that release clause. That's going to be the realistic approach we're going to take. So as you can see, obviously Madger is now our biggest earner on 17,000, and then Bailey Wright on 13. So again, we're in the Championship now, so we're limiting ourselves to about 20 players coming in on about 20 grand. Obviously Yearwood's nowhere near that, but I think we have made a decision as well, or I have made a decision, that obviously we're going to get that back up because Baldwin's going to leave. So I think we're going to either buy or loan in like a good, more of a seasoned centre back to partner Smith in that reserve team, because obviously we've struggled with simulated games, so we really need a bit more seasoned players in this, because obviously, like I say, Drew Yearwood's going to go in place of Mumba. We'll probably push Honeyman back into Cam, and then Mumba will be that more attacking player. And I'm not sure Simonson is not really doing it for us. He's 71 rated, but he's not really played well. So I'm wondering whether to go out, loan like a Premiership left winger who's going to be maybe mid-70s, something like that. Try and get somebody in on loan for a season, then we could loan Simonson out for a year and then possibly get him some game time. Obviously if he goes to somebody else in the lower Championship or maybe League One and he plays game in, game out, that would probably help him, and then obviously he could come back after a year and hopefully be a lot better for us. We could possibly do that with Mumba as well, but I think I'd like to keep Mumba at the club, and he can just rotate in that midfield area. Because I think Mumba and Ambleton, I'm not sure whether Ambleton's going to cut it, but at the moment we're going to keep him in around the team, and then obviously he can move around there. So we are looking for possibly a left winger to obviously rotate with Gooch. And then we'll have Peters and Alexander will be rotating on that right side. So I think that's the way we're going to go. Everywhere else I'm pretty happy with, to be fair. Daniel Oder's still playing well, obviously Madger's playing well, Jackson's playing well, so I think we're happy throughout the team. So we are going to now play Sheffield United. So here we are, first played game of the episode. It's away at Bramall Lane. Obviously it's going to be a difficult game against Sheffield United really, but we'll get into it and see how we go on. So Sheffield United still got obviously a lot of their Premier League players in there, so obviously they're looking to go straight back up. But let's match ourselves up against them today. Obviously we've got these last few weeks of the season now where we're going to obviously start preparing for next season, and obviously next season's going to be more, we are going to be looking promotion plus push, shall I say. So obviously this year we were kind of in that, looking for that last playoff pitch post, but it was a struggle. I think clearly we need to just make that reserve team a little bit better, because we need to get more points in simulated games. I think we struggled this season in simulations. Definitely second half of the season we really didn't get any points really. We were losing against everybody pretty much. So we definitely need to improve. Oh, that's a poor kick out by Sonny Layton there, straight to Musset. Gets the ball through as well, and Bailey Wright gets up and heads it away. It's not the start we needed really. He's well up again. Got to get the ball away, and we're struggling to get it away. And I think it's come off Bailey Wright in the end, and it's going to be another corner. So Sheffield United. Oh, and Sonny Layton just punches it up in the air. Finally, we get it away. We just can't win a header at the minute. Oh, it's well cut out by Power. So Sheffield United just giving the ball away a little bit here. It's Madja in behind. Oh, it's a good ball, but it's in between the players in the end. Scowen's got up well. Power looking to reverse it into Archie Jackson. Good footwork by Jackson. Oh, and it's just drifted over the bar. Jackson, it was a good turn. It's a good strike, and it's just over. Jackson, a decent effort, and I think we've took over a little bit. Aziz has now shown us picking up a bit of a knock. But yeah, I think we started to take over this first half really, but don't want to give away any chances at the end here. Oh, I'm fortunate to get it away. So that's half time, it's 0-0. That's well cut out by Willis. Oh, Gooch. I'm caught on the ball there, but managed to get it away. It's Bailey Wright. Nice little ball in there to Willis. Willis to Scowen. Scowen waiting for a runner. Gets it with Archie Jackson. Archie Jackson! Left footed, and he strikes it into the corner. And we've started off well in the second half here. Archie Jackson. He is lethal when he's one-on-one. You play that ball through to Jackson. Gets on that left foot. He scores more often than not. It's a lovely through ball. It's an emphatic strike. Crushes it by the keeper, and we are 1-0 up. Away against Sheffield United. Archie Jackson, that's now his 8th goal in the Championship. Oh, that's a nice ball. Power. Now we've got men coming forward. Denver Hume. He's got the pace. Hume still coming. Plays it back. Archie Jackson. What a chance. Madja. Oh, and he can't get the shot off. We should have finished it off there. That could have been the 3 points in the game. Surely that would have finished it off. We have got a throw in. There's 66 minutes gone. We have to continue on. Obviously we're playing well at the moment. Oh, that's well done. Archie Jackson now. Ball in to Madja. Madja, it's tried to chest it. I think it's not come off, but here's Jackson again. Archie Jackson. He's enjoying it today. Max Power, drop of the shoulder, has this crack. Oh, what a finish. Max Power. We've not seen much of that this season, but little drop of the shoulder to get away from the defender, and what a strike. We see he's just gone inside the box here. It's almost off his toe really, but it's gone in off the underside of the bar, so it's not really a power shot. It's more like a finesse into that far corner. So that's only his 4th of the season, Max Power, but we have now got that deserved 2-0 lead. Very impressed with Hume. Archie Jackson's had a good game. Scowen's played well. Everybody's been doing well. And here's Danny Loader, and he's put too much power on it there. Getting a bit overexcited. Just ripped it over the bar. I think we will take 09 off then for Wagnerman. 09's struggling a little bit with stamina. And that will be our last sub. So as we get to the last 5 minutes, and making another change as well. But it's looking like a 3 points to start the episode today. Wagnerman got it away, but he's going to come away with it this time. Wagnerman does well. Gets it out to Peters. Into Scowen now. Scowen gets it through to Danny Loader. Danny Loader trying to get it back through. Scowen had made a run. The ball is cut out. Now Wagnerman into Scowen. Plays it into Barley Mumbo. We're going to see another one of those classics from Barley Mumbo. We know he's going to lose the ball. Right, so Sheffield United now bombing forward. Getting plenty of men in here. Jordan Willis cuts it out easily. And we do. Solid 2-0 victory to start the episode. You can't say anything about the result in the end. I think we did deserve it. You look at the stats, definitely we were in command. We had a lot of players that played really well. And that does take us up into 7th place. So obviously Millwall must have lost. I mean, Derby only picked up a draw. Bristol City won as well. But at the moment, that takes us up into 7th place. And now we play Blackburn. Obviously down in 21st place. So where we are, back at the Stadium of Light, playing against Blackburn Rovers. Obviously we started the episode really well. 2-0 victory against Sheffield United. Let's make sure that we follow it up against a Blackburn Rovers that are struggling down near the bottom of the table. So we have made a few changes and brought Harrison Alexander in on this right side as well as Wagnerman. Oh, Bay Rice left out a bit slack there. Overran the ball. Oh, that's well done, Willis. Really happy with these centre backs, Willis and Bailey Wright. It's a good effort. Brereton, he's going to be a difficult player to keep quiet today. So Brereton, who's actually on our, he's been on our shortlist for quite a while. He's a really good player that does grow well. Scowen into Madger now. Madger. Archie Jackson. So Jackson had a great game last time. He's run that a bit too close to the defender there. Trying to run in front of the defender to make sure he couldn't get back at him. Oh, and Brereton's through here. What a chance. And he's pulled it wide. I think we're lucky there. So he's tried to smash in that near post. It's just gone wide. There's a couple of let-offs already. I think it's obviously making us aware that we've got to be switched on here. We just can't expect to come into this game and just dominate. But here's Archie Jackson. Jackson! And again, we said in the last game he's clinical when he's one-on-one. It was a wonderful bit of play there by Madger. Held it up. Jackson on the run beyond him. And that's the home fans. That's how much they're liking Archie Jackson at the minute. He just drills it low and hard. No chance for the keeper. I think that's now his ninth in the championship. So Jackson's very much going to be on for double figures by the looks of it. And obviously he's not really been an out-and-out starter for a lot of this season. So that bodes well for next season. Well, it is a 1-0 lead. Obviously we rode our luck a little bit earlier. We're giving Brereton space, but Madger's done well. A bit lucky that the ball got through to Gooch, but it's well done. Oh, now Madger is out on this right side. Cuts inside, has a strike, it's deflected. Fell back to Max Powers. Struck it at goal, but Fisher, Blackburn keepers, managed to keep it out. Blackburn playing it around nicely. Ben Brereton there, cuts back inside. Oh, and he's got away now. Brereton! And again, he's just put it wide. We're getting very lucky. He's not got his shooting boots on today. Oh, and Alexander's done well coming back. That's an Alexander into Wagnerman. Max Power holds it up. Back to Wagnerman now. Wagnerman bombing on down this right side. Looks at Alexander. Oh, and Fisher's just got enough to get it around the post. It's a wonderful run there by Wagnerman. Gets it into Harrison Alexander. Struck it. It wasn't the cleanest of strikes, but the keeper's done well to get enough on it, and straight through to the keeper. Disappointing corner. Gonna roll this out. It's a dangerous one. They do manage to get it away. Got up well. It's well in by Alexander, but they managed to get the ball through. Wagnerman cuts out the pass. So it's still anybody's game at the minute. That's a nice ball into Downing. We had a lot of space, and still now. Well blocked, but it's fell into Brereton. Great chance. And Willis just does enough to block him off from a second effort. It's a good shot, but straight at the keeper really. 6 shots now for Ben Brereton, and a lot of those have been really good chances, and it's cleared off the line by Gooch, I think. Get it away. He's done well. It's gone to Alexander now. Into Jackson. Jackson gets the ball through. Madger is onside. He is onside. And he struck it wide. Josh Madger. What a chance. He's gone for that near post and he's scuffed it wide. Now, as we literally go into the last 20 minutes of the game, can we close this game out and pick up another 3 points here? It's Honeyman. Plays out to Hume. Hume waiting for the run. He gets it eventually by Gooch. Gooch. Nice ball into Madger. Madger. Cut inside. He's done well. We'll look back for Madger now. Madger strikes it to goal. It's a good chance. Again, it's well saved, and it's a good header on there. Oh, and Downing has got away. Downing now. Can he pick across? Oh, it's a cut back nicely. Tommy Smith's done well. Gets it away. Oh, and he's lucky. He's lucky. He's tried to play that down the line, and it's bounced off Downing, I think. Holtby. Need to get the ball forward quickly here. Otherwise time's going to run out on them. Literally the last few seconds. Oh, can we get him? No. There is a free kick. There's a chance. Oh, it's given us offside. Oh, it's a close one, but that's surely going to be the end of the game now. Leighton plays it out to the right side here. And Farrell, and there is the full-time whistle. It's going to be a 1-0 victory. So chances galore for both sides really. We'll go into the stats. Obviously, Brereton was the big player for them. Obviously, you can see from the highlights it's all Brereton's misses. But so if we look at the chances, it's 9 shots apiece. We had 6 on target. They had 3. But yeah, in the end, Archie Jackson gets the only goal of the game, but it's enough to go as the 3 points. Obviously, we're still well behind Forest, but so Forest have gone on a massive run. They must have won half a dozen games in a row, surely. Still 14 points ahead of us. So the last game of the episode will be Aston Villa. Aston Villa are up to 112 points now. 9-point lead over Fulham. And Fulham 3 ahead of Brentford. So Brentford's still in weird shot of catching Fulham for that automatic spot. So also from the beginning of the month, obviously we'd seen Jack Baldwin. It had gone through. It had gone to Union Berlin, so we will get just under £1 million, and that will go into our transfer kitty. And I did send out a scout to England and Scotland. Just for the last 3 months of the season, so that'll go up until July, until we start again next season. So, right, so big game. Obviously Villa obviously scored a massive amount of goals this season, so it's going to be right. So final game of the episode, we're against the Championship champions. So Peters is back in, Luke O'Nien's back in. We've given Simonson a shot out there on that left wing. As we said earlier in the episode, I'm looking at probably loaning Simonson out. 112 goals for Villa this season. Massively ahead of anybody else. Yeah, so like I was saying, I think Simonson we are going to loan out for a season and see if we can progress him that way, and obviously look at potentially loaning in Madger's got a good chance there. Yeah, loaning in more of a seasoned professional. Obviously Gooch has not been fantastic on that left wing either, so if we can get somebody in from a Premiership team, or maybe, I have scouted a lot of players, but it'd be nice just to get a seasoned professional out on that left wing and really rotate with Gooch and get us some goals really. Oh, Archie Jackson! Oh, what a fucking strike! Jackson has just come alive, and that is 3 goals in 3 games today for Archie Jackson. So it fell to him. We thought, what the hell, let's have a strike. It was blocked the first time. Look at this. So it comes to him here. Thought, oh, he's actually going for the pass originally. Trying to flick that ball through to Power. It's dropped straight back to him. Left foot. Bit of a daisy cutter, but it's right into the bottom corner. No chance for Tom Eaton. Archie Jackson, this lad is really... I don't think that's his 10th goal of the Championship. Obviously, I'm so glad now that Ajax didn't obviously decide to push to go to that 25 million that we'd put on him. So he's got a big release clause, as we've seen. 48 million, so it's going to be a while till... Oh, it's a good chance, and Leighton gets it away. So yeah, I think 48 million, obviously it should be a while before anybody tries to trigger that one. Hopefully if we have a really good season next time and get promotion next year. It's going to be a free kick towards pushing the back. yeah, then obviously we'd look to change his contract again and get that release clause taken out if we can get into the Premier League. But at the minute, it's going to keep him happy. He's got a contract that he wants. Obviously, he's got a clause in there. So that's dinked over nicely. Declan John, he's done well there. Declan John. We brought Declan John back in. Denver Hume's been playing really well. We're just a little bit down on his. It's a good chance. It's going. Yeah, it was just not quite fully fit, and obviously against this team, you've got to put your best team out there in the strongest team. Perez cuts back in nicely. It's into Harry Winks, who's come darting forward. He's got by Bailey Wright, but Bailey Wright did well and got back at him. That's cut out easily by Peters at the near post. But Grealish is going to get there again. Oh, well done by... Come on, how's that a free kick? Power's done fantastically well to block that. Oh, I think it's Willis who's knocked that out for a corner. So Villa, obviously... Oh, what a header! Engels just rises on his own there. And he's literally just buried that into the corner. So it's come through. Our defenders have let him go. He's just had a free header. It was a powerful one there. Leighton, no chance. Luke O'Nien, he can't move on the line as well. And it is 1-1. Bjorn Engels, that's his first of the season. It does get Aston Villa back level. So Peters, I think he will get away without a booking there, but we'll find it all. And Willis could have let that go in. It's fallen to Wesley. I think in the last couple of episodes, the amount of errors we'd been making at the back had really been cut down, but that is an error. So Willis didn't need to touch this ball. It was going out. We've cut it back, and it's lucky how it's fallen to him, but Wesley ends up on his left foot. Sonny Leighton can't get his foot there. And Villa have come back now and got the 2-1 lead. 31 goals for Wesley. Simonson into Power. Look for Archie Jackson here. Archie Jackson, nice little turn. Oh, and he's still going, Jackson. Gets it into Madger. Madger, still. How many chances are we going to get? And Peters hits it off the post. And I think that's the difference. Oh. So Villa, they had one chance. And they've taken it from a mistake. The opposite way, it was chance after chance for our players there. And in the end, we can't put it away. Here's Simonson. Nice little ball inside. Power. Looking for Jackson. And he's put it wide. Archie Jackson, who's been lethal. It's a great chance, and he's just cut across it, and it's just cut across, and it's gone wide of the post. Bailey Wright. Simonson comes forward now. It's a nice ball through to Jackson. Jackson looking for Tris Peters. The keeper's come flying out. And Heaton has done well. Diving at the feet of Tris Peters and manages to get hold of it. And Villa living a little bit dangerously, but they're managing to hold on at the minute. Power. Back to Archie Jackson. Jackson. Little step over to Scowen. He's at the post. What have we got to do to get an equaliser here? And Jackson is deflected. And Winks brings it away. Villa somehow hanging on to this lead. It's Peters again. He's been taking off it this time. Wesley. Our Villa's going to punish us. Punish our missed chances here. O'Neill got the block in. Peters then gets the block in, but we can't get the ball from them at the minute. Again, it's a good challenge, but we can't get the ball in. What a chance! Wesley! Leighton does well. So this time it's our keeper that's getting rid of the ball, and there's another chance. Grealish smashes it over. Now obviously we're going to be struggling at the back. Obviously a lot of men are going to be pushing forward. There's a chance. Harry Winks is just cut it wide there. So Wesley is coming off. Samatta is going to make a change for Villa. Bailey Wright into Willis. So Sunderland. Now we're desperately looking for an equaliser here. Archie Jackson. It's a nice ball into Honeyman. Honeyman. Into Danny Loader. What a turn! Danny Loader! What a strike! And that is perfect. Danny Loader. He's another one that when he gets a chance, he scores. And what a finish. I think on base of play, we deserve to get something from this game. And Danny Loader, what a turn. Left the defender for dead. And it's just a lethal strike. Heaton's got no chance with that one. So we will drop to a balanced now. Obviously a draw's not the end of the world. We're playing against a very strong team. Don't think we can risk going all out for the win really. Here's Trezeguet. Looks like Villa are slowing it down a bit now. It's a good ball out here. Can we get the ball through? It's a good ball over, and they will get the free kick as well. Declan John's being given a yellow card for that. Right, so this is how they got their first goal, and what a chance! It's up in the air still. Desperately trying to get it away here, and Samatta, I think he's offside. So that should be the end of the game, I think. Ognerman brings it away. And that is the end of the game. It's a 2-2 draw to finish the episode. In a bit of a rip-roaring game, really. Both teams having lots of chances. So Villa could have gone further ahead once they did take the lead. But in the end, I think a two draws probably about right. And as you can see from the chances, a lot of chances both ways. Archie Jackson picks up the man of the match. So we do drop a place. So even after that good performance against the league leaders, we have dropped down to 8th place. We're on 4 points ahead of Derby now, though, in Bristol, further point back. So obviously next month, obviously we start off with Norwich, but then we do have Portsmouth and Fleetwood Town. So we have the bottom 2. So pretty much the relegated bottom 2 as well as Norwich. So it's a big game to start. Norwich still battling really between Brentford and Sheffield United there. Brentford have got a game in hand to try and keep up with Fulham. But yeah, so we'll leave the episode there, shall I say. Obviously undefeated again. I think we did play really well in most of those games. So got to be confident going into the last. If we can get obviously three points in that first game, I'd say we're definitely a big chance. Millwall are in the driving seat though, so obviously if they go undefeated, they will hold on to that 7th spot. But yeah, come back next time and we'll see if we can finish off what we started and finish in 7th place. Okay, thanks for watching.